Hi, I'm Chris Anderson. I'm with Mountain Comfort RV. Today we're going to take a look at a 2017 Coachmen fifth wheel. It's called a Chaparral. The model's the 360IBL. First thing we talk about whenever we talk about Coachmen is their lamination process. They do it differently than other companies, and it is significant. Everybody tries to make a big deal out of how they laminate their walls, whether they vacuum bond it, whether they pinch roll it. Well, Coachmen actually does both, but that's not the point. What we really want to know is what causes delamination. Well, delamination is a big buzzword in our industry, and it's not a good one. It's something we as salespeople, oh, don't talk about that. Well, we want to talk about it. We want to talk about it head on because Coachmen is a company that back in 2008 started making some real strides in their motorhomes, and it's eventually made it all the way through their lineup to where they don't deal with delamination now. And here's what they did. The weak spot in any lamination is underneath this fiberglass is a layer of Luan. And what happens is we take this beautiful sheet of fiberglass, we cut a whole bunch of holes in it. Holes for speakers, we drill holes for magnets, holes for TV mounts, holes for compartment doors, windows, awnings, whatever. We make a whole bunch of holes in the RV. And then, after going down the road and things twist and things shake and all that, sooner or later, water gets past one of those seals. You know, we caulk around these screws, we caulk around those speakers, we caulk around these, but there's a lot of openings. Sooner or later, moisture is going to get in. If you have wood right behind this fiberglass, wood does what wood does, which is it starts to wick up the water. It'll pull the water in. We've all seen a baseboard or something where it got water on the floor and then the water creeped up the baseboard. Well, same thing happens around Luan. Water gets past the fiberglass and starts wicking into the wall. Well, once water pulls in, now we've got wet wood. Well, wet wood will turn to rotted wood, will turn to swollen wood, and when that happens, it pushes out on the fiberglass, causes the glue to fail, or the wood splits, or the wood rots. It doesn't really matter what happened, the result is the same. We've got a bubble in our coach that's really not repairable. All manufacturers have dealt with everybody that laminates, let me put it that way, has dealt with delamination before. And different manufacturers have taken different routes to try to lessen that. Coachmen invested huge amounts of money in a composite material called Azdel. That is what is underneath this fiberglass, is the Azdel. It's a composite, it's not wood. If and when water does get to it, it won't hurt anything. It's just like foam getting wet. We have bottles of this stuff that have been, this Azdel composite material, that have been sitting in jars in our dealership literally for years, and they're just fine. It does not hurt a thing. So it does not swell, it does not cause glue to fail. It's just, you know, wet, and then it dries and life goes on. So beautiful product. I always have to talk about that with Coachmen because it does make a difference, and 95% of fifth wheel manufacturers out there are not using it because it's more expensive. It's about $2,000 to $3,000 more for an RV this size to do Azdel instead of Luan. So it's a significant investment both in your lamination facility and in each individual RV, but most customers would say that's worth it if they can eliminate delamination. So that's a little about that. Let's move on to the actual features of this fifth wheel. Beautiful awning, and it's a long awning, goes from the very front all the way past the door, stops just in front of that slide, and as you can see there's an LED light built into the just underneath the awning there. This coach has count them, 6 stabilizers. They are electric and automatic, so pretty easy there. And we even have the JT strong arms for added support on the front end. Makes this a very, very stable fifth wheel. Instead of your little thumb latches and all that, we have slam doors. It's a nice thick door, and magnets hold it up instead of the little beaks that just break off. So good pass-through storage in here. All finished, all carpeted. There's hookups for a TV if you wanted to put a little TV in there and watch. There's also hookups on the outside for a TV and outdoor speakers. An outlet here for whatever you want to plug in. Of course, the bottom of this is enclosed and heated, so if it drops a little below 32 degrees, you're not sweating it. You'll be in good shape there. Big grab handle. The bottom step is pretty low. It's actually pretty evenly spaced between the 4 steps getting in. Aluminum wheels, as we always talk about. Aluminum's better. Why? Well, aluminum dissipates heat better than steel. Aluminum doesn't rust, and aluminum looks good. So that's a big thing. Let's keep walking here. This is a fiberglass that is actually, it's not a paint, It's actually, the color is infused into this fiberglass. The nice part about that is if you do get a scratch or something, it's the same color underneath as it is on the surface. So it's actually better than paint in that regard, because if it was paint and you got a scratch on it, you'd see the primer coming through. On the back here, something we did want to show, we have a ladder, which means we have a fully walkable crowned roof, so we get good water runoff, no water sitting up on top of the roof. We have the little gutters in the top there. You can get up here for maintenance. There's a good shot of your gutter. They don't all have that. I love the tailgate storage back here. This folds down while you're going down the road. You can put coolers back here. You can put extra camping gear back here. I've seen people put bicycles on here. Some people take firewood. Some campgrounds call that a no-no. I'm not getting into that, but whatever you want to put on here and take with you, you certainly can. I've seen the little scooters that people buzz around in through the park. Before you Harley guys ask, no, you're not putting your hog on here, taking it down the road. It's not going to happen. It won't hold 1,000 pounds or anything, but it is a nice rack for small things. Okay, let's go inside and check this Chaparral out. Okay, we're inside of the 2017 Coachmen Chaparral 360. This is kind of the fifth wheel that started it all. For a few companies have tried to copy this, but nobody really does it quite as well as they do in this package. Believe it or not, we're looking at this RV and look at the space. We have opposing slides. We have an island kitchen. We have great storage. I'm going to have Tony do a 360 here and try to get all the shot in. Look at your storage, look at your sink. Nice four chair dinette, theater seating. These of course kick up. You've got your drink holders and storage in between. Now, here's what's different about this RV. This is a bunk model. Now, normally bunk models, we're not going to have nice furniture, theater furniture back at the back. We're not going to have a TV, a fireplace, an island kitchen. Bunk models, they take away from all that by encroaching in on all that space. Well, we'll get to the bunks here in a minute, but keep in mind while we're looking at this, this actually has room for extra people in it. I like these little bar stools. They make it nice. There's two of them, so two people can sit here. I'm picturing kids in the morning have a nice little bowl of cereal or something for breakfast while the adults are at the table. Good space, good use of space there. This is a really long sofa. It does fold into a very good sleeper for two, and that's also, I like it because I could stretch out and take a little siesta on that. This furniture is extremely comfortable. I love the contrasting stitching on it. It looks good. This is a very residential look. As we look forward here, you get a scope of the size of that island kitchen. On our left here, I'm going to go forward. Let me rotate around here, probably be easier. Good sized pantry. Little bit of countertop space over here and a plug-in up top, so blender, toaster, whatever you want to bring. Undermount 3-burner cooktop. You get the microwave and the oven. They don't make you choose between the two. You've got storage here, storage here, storage here. These are drawers that pull out. We might want to come around here, Tony, because this is significant. Look at that. That's great storage. 3 of those. Oh, look, you got the plate dividers. I didn't even know that was there. Every now and then, even after you do this for a while, you get surprised. That's awesome. Okay. Close all this up. We've got a big RV refrigerator. I believe this is a 10 cube by eyeballing it. It's at least an 8, I can tell you that, and I'm not looking at my spec sheet. I think this is a 10 cube. So, all right. Look at our countertop space. Look at our outlets mounted into the wall. That's nice. Pull down sink sprayer undermount. Solid surface sink, and this is a double bowl sink. Great storage up top. Room for glasses, room for bowls. Room for whatever you want to put in here. Great lighting in this camper. Look how well lit this is. Of course, it's all LED. Nice lights over here. Oh, we forgot this one. There we go. It's even better. Now you'll buy it. Nice pull down night shades here for the living room, but the windows are tinted, so you don't really need shades during the day. Okay, come with me. Oh, what's this? Look at that. There's storage in the chairs. RVers, they always need every little bit of storage. Now, Normally, you find a door here, you'd probably be looking at a bathroom or something, but what do we have here? Chaparral came out with this a couple of years ago. Just to put an extra little room in here, an extra little bit of space on its own slide out with good storage. There's sleeping for 4 in here easy. There's storage down below. There's storage up here in the top right. There's hookups for a TV. It's heated, it's cooled. It's got its own little spot, and what it didn't do is more important than what it does do. What it didn't do was take away from all of your living room and kitchen and bathroom space. It did not encroach upon those. So it's its own little room. And who wouldn't prefer privacy? If you take another couple with you, it doesn't always have to be kids. If you take another couple with you, wouldn't they rather have privacy and they can close their own door as opposed to a couple bunks shoved back in a corner? All right, right this way. Gonna have to come past the door and go back in. There we go. Residential size shower. It's got the built-in sink, or built-in seat, excuse me, for sitting down and shaving your legs. Of course, you've got the solid surface material sink, porcelain toilet, good room around the toilet. You've got a medicine cabinet above, storage below, and storage over next to the shower. Built-in towel rack. Come into the bedroom, we've got a true walk-around queen bed. They do make this floor plan. It's a little different model number, but they make this same concept with a king bed. It's just a little longer unit. Instead of a 36-footer, goes to a 39, but we can definitely do that as well. We have a second air conditioner in here. I know that because our cameraman just about whacked his head on it just then. I don't think on a 36-footer you really need the second air, but it was kind of a inexpensive ad, so we went ahead and added it. And it's always good to have redundancy. You know, if one air conditioner dies, you've got a second one. That's never a bad thing. Good hanging storage here. There are lights in there. I apologize, I should have turned them on. We have a chest of drawers at the foot of the bed. This closet that I slid open actually has hookups for washer dryer in it. And then there's more hanging space here and a hookup for a television on the wall. There's your basics of my 2017 Coachmen Chaparral 360IBL. I hope you liked it. Please don't forget to ask for me. My name is Chris Anderson. Thanks for watching.